What's up, guys? This is Isaac for IMV Sports. Saturday, it's college game day, so I wanted to talk about some of the big games today, a little bit of predictions. So let's get right into it. Obviously, some really big games. You got number 12 LSU taking on number 7 Auburn. That is a huge game. I'm really excited to see that one. You also got the obvious one, number 4 Ohio State taking on number 15 TCU. That's played in Texas. That's obviously a huge game, and it's the last game that Urban Meyer is suspended. And now he was able to be with the team during like practices and the meetings this week. So we'll see if that plays a difference or not. Obviously, this is Ohio State's first real test without Urban Meyer this season. So we'll see if TCU is able to give them a run for their money. It's going to be an interesting game. You also got number 17 Boise State taking on number 24 Oklahoma State. That's another game where you got two top 25 teams taking on each other. That'll be another close game, I think. You know, Boise State coming out of the Mountain West. Sometimes teams don't give them respect that they're deserved. So they want nothing more than to come in and beat, a ranked Big 12 opponent. So that would do a lot for their resume when you consider the playoffs. You never know. So you also got number 22 USC taking on Texas. Now that's always a rivalry ever since, the national championship game with Vince Young back over 10 years ago now. So that's an interesting game as well. We'll see. USC's coming off a loss to Stanford. Texas is just doing normal Texas things as of late, unfortunately, where they're expected to be good. They lose, then they start winning. Oh, they're good again. No, now they're losing again. So we'll see what they can do. I mean, it'd be a big win for them. But, man, that'd be a diminishing loss for USC if they take another loss 2 weeks in a row. So that's a game where both teams are really going to be fighting hard. That's a big, big game for both teams. They both need a big win. So you also got number 10 Washington taking on Utah. And Utah is just one of those Pac-12 teams that doesn't lay down and die. They're going to come out fighting. I think Washington will be able to take care of them. Washington's a good team, but I think Utah will keep it much closer than people are expecting. Some of the other big teams, Clemson and Clemson's taking on Georgia Southern, so that really shouldn't be anything more worth watching. They should blow them out. You also got number 3 Georgia taking on Middle Tennessee State, so same thing goes there. That should be a blowout there. So I do hate to see these teams, top-ranked teams taking on these lesser opponents. But, I understand the schedule is a schedule, but, it's at a point where you see teams like Clemson playing these lesser teams a couple of times. I'm not saying all season, and obviously they can't control what their conference opponents' records are. They got to play conference opponents, and if those conference opponents aren't good, well, that is not their fault. But when your non-conference schedule isn't that strong, it's kind of annoying seeing them beat teams like that and then getting all hyped up. Nothing against like Clemson or Georgia. They're both good teams. I'm just saying, as an example, that's just the way some people see it. You also got number 5 Oklahoma taking on Iowa State. Iowa State's not that great of a team, but it's a game you're circling on the calendar today because if you remember last year, Iowa State upset Oklahoma in overtime, 38-31. That game was absolutely insane. So Oklahoma's going to come out and they want payback big time. And also, you got to be excited to watch Kyler Murray. He's looked good. He's an exciting player for sure. So you got to watch him, see how he does. You do have number 23 Arizona State, newly ranked in the top 25 after their upset win last week against Michigan State. They're taking on San Diego State, and San Diego State is another one of those teams from the Mountain West that you're not just going to roll into their home field and push them over. Like, it's no problem at all. You saw they played Stanford early in the season. Now, I know Stanford, second half, they kind of drew away from them a little bit, but San Diego State put up a good fight with them. And if Arizona State thinks they're going to go in there and just beat San Diego State, no problem. They're crazy. It's going to be another tough game, so see if they can take care of business there. So, and obviously Alabama, you got to talk about Alabama. And you don't want to talk about their quarterback situation around Nick Saban because we all know how that will go. But they're taking on Ole Miss. That's a rivalry. Ole Miss isn't that great of a team this year. They're a decent team, but that's still a rivalry game. So we'll see if Ole Miss can try to give Alabama a little bit of a run for their money. We'll see. So that's the big games on the market today, guys. That's the ones I'm looking to see. Let me know in the comment section which ones you're more excited for. Little bit of predictions, though. I do got to say, I think Auburn takes care of business with LSU. And I think they beat them by more than 2 possessions. I think LSU is a good team, but I do think Auburn's got a little bit more to offer. So you got that. But Boise State and Oklahoma State, that's a game that's tough to pick. I can see Boise State winning that game, and I'm going to take Boise State. I think that they have a statement they can make, and I think they're going to do that. So that's just a couple of my predictions, a little bit about the games today. Like I said, let me know what you guys think about the game today, which ones you're more excited about. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.